Well, turning now to a story about second chances in one of the poorest regions of the country. A program there is stringing lives back together, one guitar at a time. Mark Strassmann visited Knott County, Kentucky to learn about these handmade instruments and the resilient people who are making them.
The locals say Hindman, Kentucky is known for two things.
Hindman town, where the mountains ring.
Music, a point of pride here.
Where the rain comes down with the troublesome sound.
And crystal meth, an Appalachian sorrow.
That was my main priority from the time my eyes opened. As soon as I woke up, that was the first thing, was wondering where I was going to get my fix for the day. I just didn't think about anything else. I was consumed in that world.
In a place like this, is it hard to get drugs around here?
Yeah, you could go about anywhere and find anything you was looking for.
Nathan Smith was 18 when he tumbled off the back of a work truck. Surgeons rebuilt his body, but painkillers, then meth, broke his will and poisoned his future for the next 20 years.
I knew that if something didn't happen, that I was either going to wind up in prison or I was going to be dead.
In Knott County, Hindman is the hub. Nearly 700 people scraping by in one of America's poorest pockets. Even the local creek is trouble. In fact, it's called Troublesome Creek. And back in July, its floodwaters swamped parts of a county where the overdose rate nearly triples the national average.
I'd say it's probably about as bad as it gets anywhere. It's a crisis here.
So the candidates for the school that you run is almost never ending.
Sadly, we'll probably never have any lack of people that are eligible to go through the program.
Doug Naselroad is a guitar maker by trade and a drug rehabber by circumstance. He has 12 employees, all former drug users, some with felony records. They entered a county rehab program and enrolled in the School of Luthiery as part of their recovery.
I wonder how deep that goes. You think the rolling pin sander would take that out?
Since 2012, Naselroad has taken them in, taught them woodworking, and helped them learn to love guitars, mandolins, and dulcimers instead of heroin, meth, and opioids.
What is it about making guitars that helps people?
The nature of making guitars it's a long curve. Yeah, the gratification is not instant.
Opposite of drugs.
Opposite of drugs. You have to commit a lot of labor-intensive hours to building a guitar, and you have to come back week after week after week. They find something else to fix on, they find their gratification in it, and as time goes by, the memory of the drug gratification gets smaller, and the hope of Luthiery gratification gets bigger.
You have to sand this.
Smith started here in 2017 and became the program's first full-time employee.
A lot of people, they find out that you've been on drugs, something like they look down on you. And Doug's never done that. With everybody that comes through the door, he gives them a chance.
What about making guitars surprised you?
I guess it was just the craftsmanship that goes into them. When you see what you can create with your hands, it lifts you up and lets you see that there is things you can do without using.
Over the last 10 years, more than 200 recovering drug addicts have come through this program. They've helped build string instruments sold to music stores across the country. Like Smith, they've learned to master Luthiery and build a second chance. Most do. The program has a 71% success rate so far.
71% success rate is also a 29% failure rate. And there's some heartbreak that comes in. I have to remind myself, not everyone can succeed. Some people are just not able to break free. I have hope that in their lifetimes they will be, but maybe not necessarily while they're with us.
They redone the building we moved into.
Smith is one of the success stories. He's remarried, started a new family, and became the father he always wanted to be to his 3 children.
Everybody deserves a second chance, and all of us that got a second chance have turned our life around and turned it into something amazing. We make these amazing instruments.
5 years sober.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Thanks.
I wanna fly like a bird.
In, of all places, a guitar shop. They've strung together new hope and left what was troublesome to the creek.
When it comes to hope, I can sure use me some.
For CBS Mornings, Mark Strassmann, Hindman, Kentucky.
That was powerful.
It really was.
Yeah, it is. There's something special about working with your hands.
Yeah.
It occupies the mind in a new way, and it provides pleasures that can be deeper than anything you get in a syringe or a pill.
Yeah, to go from feeling like you're hanging on by a string to placing them on guitars is powerful.
Yeah.
And just saying that the memory of doing drugs dissipates once you start creating a new love for something else.
Yeah.
That really said it to me in a way that I hadn't heard before. It's just remarkable that he was able to notice what he does and could translate it to something
That's right.
that would help his community. I love that.
That's good.
Yeah.